In human psychology, few archetypes are as captivating and complex as the Puer Aeternus, or the eternal youth. This concept, deeply rooted in ancient mythology and literature, finds its origin in the works of Ovid, particularly in his Metamorphoses, where it describes the child god Lesus of the Eleusinian mysteries. This archetype, though ancient, offers profound insights into certain modern psychological behaviors, particularly in some young men who exhibit a notable mother complex. The Puer Aeternus symbolizes an individual who, despite reaching physical maturity, remains psychologically cocooned in the vestiges of adolescence. This eternal youthfulness is not just a refusal to age, but a deeper, more complex reluctance to embrace the responsibilities and realities of adult life. Such individuals often exhibit a dependency on maternal figures, seeking in every woman the echo of the perfect nurturing mother goddess. This quest for the maternal archetype manifests in various relationships, where the initial enchantment with a partner fades upon the realization that she, like all humans, is flawed. This cycle of idealization and disillusionment is a hallmark of the Puer Aeternus, leading to a pattern of fleeting romances and a perpetual search for an unattainable ideal. One of the most intriguing expressions of this archetype is observed in the phenomenon of Don Juanism. Here, the eternal youth is not just in search of love, but rather in pursuit of an idealized maternal figure. Each romantic conquest is a vain attempt to find this nurturing perfection, leading inevitably to disappointment and renewed quest. The pursuit is endless, for the fantasy can never be fulfilled in reality. The essence of Don Juanism lies not in the love of the many, but in the search for the one who can offer the ultimate maternal solace. The repercussions of identifying with the Puer Aeternus extend beyond romantic endeavors. These individuals often face significant challenges in adapting to social norms and expectations. They may exhibit a form of false individualism, believing themselves to be unique geniuses for whom ordinary rules do not apply. This attitude can lead to arrogance and disdain for others, further isolating them from society. Moreover, the eternal youth struggles to find satisfaction in their professional lives, as no job or role ever fully meets their expectations, leading to a sense of perpetual dissatisfaction. This state of constant seeking and discontent has been aptly described by H.G. Baynes as the provisional life. Individuals trapped in this mindset believe they are not yet participating in real life, always waiting for something more significant and fulfilling to come along. Whether it's the perfect job, the ideal partner, or a grand destiny, the future always holds the promise of fulfillment, yet it remains perpetually out of reach. This outlook can sometimes evolve into a messianic or savior complex, where the individuals harbors a deep-seated belief in their potential to effect monumental change or discovery. Interestingly, not all who resonate with the Puer Aeternus archetype exhibit the vibrant charm typically associated with eternal youth. Some may appear disengaged or lethargic, living in a sleepy daze that conceals the active fantasy life simmering beneath the surface. This duality underscores the complexity of the archetype, reflecting a spectrum of behaviors and attitudes ranging from dynamic creativity to passive daydreaming. Navigating the complex psychological terrain of the Puer Aeternus reveals deep insights into the challenges posed by the mother complex in men. This condition, characterized by an overdependence on maternal figures and a reluctance to fully embrace adult responsibilities, has profound implications for personal development and psychological health. Recognizing this issue is the first step towards transformation, but acknowledging it raises the critical question: how can one overcome these deeply ingrained patterns? Carl Jung suggests a deceptively simple remedy, that is, work. At first glance, this solution seems straightforward, yet it encapsulates a profound truth about human nature and the path to psychological maturity. The concept of work, as Jung and many who have followed in his footsteps understand it, is not merely about employment or professional endeavors. It's about engaging in meaningful, purposeful activity that challenges and develops the individual. For the Puer Aeternus, work is a word that no Puer Aeternus likes to hear, particularly the mundane, routine aspects of it that require discipline, commitment, and persistence. The eternal youth thrives on passion, inspiration, and enthusiasm, able to accomplish wonders when motivated by these high spirits. However, the true test of maturity and overcoming the mother complex lies in the ability to persevere through less stimulating conditions. It's in these moments that growth occurs, as one learns to find value and satisfaction in the process, not just the exhilarating moments of creativity or achievement. The resistance to routine and the constant search for something more fulfilling can lead to a cycle of avoidance and escapism. Yet Jung posits that with support from the unconscious, manifested through dreams or other signals, individuals can find the strength to push through these barriers. Success in these endeavors marks a significant victory in the battle against the Puer Aeternus mindset. An interesting aspect of this archetype is its shadow aspect. That is where there is usually a very cold, brutal man somewhere in the background, which compensates for the too unreal attitude of consciousness, and which the Puer Aeternus cannot assimilate. For example, in the Don Juan type, that cold brutality comes out every time he leaves the woman. When once his feelings have gone, then comes out an ice-cold brutality with no human feelings in it, and the whole sentimental enthusiasm goes on to another woman. This brutality or the cold realistic attitude very often appears also in matters to do with money. As it does not want to adapt socially or take on some regular job and work, but yet must get money somehow, the Puer Aeternus generally achieves his purpose behind his own back. He gets the money in an illegal or immoral way. If you touch that unconscious shadow problem, you get a complex emotional reaction. The exploration of the child archetype, as articulated by Carl Jung, unveils a profound duality within the human psyche that resonates through mythology, folklore, and personal experience. This archetype embodies the paradox of being both a symbol of renewal and destruction, offering a glimpse into the depths of our unconscious mind and the complexities of our developmental journey. The child god, a motif prevalent in various cultures and eras, encapsulates this duality, serving as a beacon of spontaneity, potential, and transformative power, while also harboring the potential for destructiveness when manifested in a negative form. This dual nature of the child archetype presents a significant ethical and psychological challenge, discerning whether its emergence signifies a regression to infantile dependency and escapism, or a forward-moving impulse towards creativity, renewal, and the unfolding of future possibilities. The child behind us, as Jung suggests, is the infantile shadow that tempts us into regression, encouraging a retreat to comfort and dependency, away from the challenges and responsibilities of adult life. This aspect of the archetype, while seemingly benign or even nostalgic, can tether us to the past, inhibiting growth and maturation. Conversely, the child ahead of us symbolizes the potential for rebirth and innovation, embodying the promise of a rejuvenated spirit and the exploration of new possibilities. This manifestation of the child archetype calls us to embrace the spontaneity, curiosity, and openness that are often attributed to youth, yet with the conscious intention of fostering growth and embracing future potential. The ethical dilemma lies in our ability to recognize and differentiate between these two facades, making the conscious choice to either sever the ties with the regressive impulses of the infantile shadow or to nurture the creative and progressive impulses that propel us forward. The task of navigating this dichotomy is not trivial. It requires deep introspection, awareness, and often the guidance of dreams and unconscious signals that point towards the path of true psychological development. It is within this inner dialogue and exploration that we can find the wisdom to discern the nature of the child archetype as it appears in our lives. By confronting and integrating these aspects of ourselves, we engage in the process of individuation, moving towards a more balanced, mature, and enriched existence.